Good everyone, and welcome to today's bonus video, which is an unplanned bonus video once again, and this time it's another cheater. This time sent in by Star, who is in this battle in his Breda 501 Breda bus. And this was so obvious. I've always had a long-standing theory that TYT have many hackers in their squadron, and well, in my opinion, TYT should be forced to be disbanded because, well, every single time I've encountered a TYT player, they have been fishy, and, well, this is no exception. It's like every time I've met a TYT player, if I kill them, chances are it's only because they made a mistake or I'm using a plane in tank forces. That is it. Every other time, I get my arse handed to me because they always know where I am for some reason, and yet most of the time I don't even fire. So, but today it is a guy named RipVahnWinkle, which is just a ridiculous name, and he is squadded up in this battle with a guy named Will Bank. He is not a cheater. Please do not report him. He is innocent. Hartwick Star obviously reported both. I don't know why he reported Will. The reason why he reported Will roughly was because obviously Rip gave him the information, but that isn't really, well, I mean, you could consider it to be like well, it's like criminal offences. Like you can be an associate and you can still get arrested for it. So in a way, I can sort of see what he means. So let's jump right in and let's begin with the cheating session. So obviously, as I mentioned, long-standing theory, TYT are full of cheaters, and well, this guy's no exception. You're going to see that. Because half the tanks that he's going to kill, in fact no, nearly all, in fact no, all the tanks, he should not have known were there, but he did. So see, it's clear to me that Will is obviously being trained to look in TYT, but look, he's tracking targets that he can't even see. You saw that R3's gun for like half a second, and yet he was able to track it. But look, what's he tracking? He's tracking that Marder. He's tracking that flak bus. He saw the faintest outline of that flak bus, and yet he's able to track it 100%. And now he's just made that flak bus combat ineffective for a good minute or so. How can you see that Marder? Unless you move forward. Now you can see the Marder, but even then, barely. What is this? And I'll show you this guy's stats. Like, oh my god. How has he not been banned already? But look, he's tracking a tank that you can't even see. He knows that tank is there. And in my opinion, I think they're on Discord or something like that, and he's giving Will information. Because Will doesn't seem to be that good of a player, looking at his stats. I won't show you his stats, because obviously he's innocent, in a way. You can report him, obviously, for being an associate of a cheater, which I would count. But, look, he's tracking the R3. How did he know the R3 was there? He should not have known that R3 was there, but that R3 is screwed. But he's going down fighting. This R3 is going to kill, I believe, 2 of his crew members? Yeah. But it doesn't matter. The R3 stood no chance. Because, well, there was 3 of them there. And obviously, one of them's a hacker. But look, tank right there. Maybe he saw the marker, but even so. And this is just disgusting. How are TYT able to play this game? And yet it's quite clear to me, most of them are cheaters. I'm not saying all of them are, but look, there's going to be a Panzer IV-J coming around this corner. How does he know it's there? How did he know that Panzer IV-J was there? That Panzer IV's dead. He had no idea Rip was here. Like, how is this fair on the Panzer IV player? I'll give you the simple answer. It isn't. It's gonna get worse. It is gonna get worse before it gets better. I'll tell you that much. So obviously, he still knows that Panzer 4J's there. Panzer 4J is dead. There's nothing he can do. Well, he didn't get the kill, because the KV-1 nicked it. But before we continue, I'd just like to point out where Hartwig Star is. He is sat on this corner, and he is waiting for tanks to come down the road. He is going to move, however, so I'll point out when he does move. Because obviously he's got to, he knows there's going to be tanks coming down that road, and obviously he's got to move. He's in a truck. He can't exactly take any hits. I know he likes his Breda bus, and to be honest, I like the Breda bus, but well, Rip knows he's there before he even rounds that corner. How is this allowed to be happening? I even got shown by a subscriber named Chad Blignor. I've mentioned him before. I did a little tutorial for him. I did a load of other things for him. And he actually said to me, if you type in on YouTube, War Thunder AIM, just War Thunder AIM, not aimbot, just AIM, there is a hacking, like there's an aimbot. That's the first top result. But again, I would just like to point out where Hartwig Star is. Hartwig Star is parked on this corner. He's about to come round and shoot into the rear of those tanks. He has not been seen by anyone. As we can see, if we just jump to RipVahnWinkle's perspective, the closest vehicle to Hartwig is right there. I think it's is it a Jag-10 or something? Yes, it's a Jag-10, but the Jag-10 has no idea he is there. If we look, the Jag-10 is looking forward. I don't like this truck at all, but whatever. And Hartwig is about to come around the corner. There's no tanks nearby, is there? But just watch. I'll slow it down for you as well. Why is he turning around? I put it on quarter time speed for this reason. I'm just gonna let it. In fact, we'll speed it up to half. But obviously, he's looking around him, and he stops the second Hartwig is about to come around the corner. How does he know? And Will is looking at the corner as well. Now, Will isn't hacking, as I've already said. I've already looked at the replay. This guy isn't cheating. But Rip told him. So that makes him an associate. In my mind. That's how this should work. So I'm going to leave it here, but obviously, I would say report them both, because obviously Will is technically an associate. Same with Moo from the previous hacker or cheater alert. He is technically an associate, so you can sort of go from there. But Will, level 11, he's learning. But this just seems off to me. Like, his stats aren't that bad for a new player. That I've got to give him. He's actually an alright player. But it's when we jump to RipVahnWinkle's. He's level 100! And it's not his planes I'm bothered about. It's the tanks. See, look. 218, 94. But then you jump 284 to 88. Where's this come from? Because the rest of his stats are pretty garbage. So where's this come from? I mean, look. German Churchill, 75 kills, 20 deaths. Panzer 4J, 85 kills, 28 deaths. That's roughly about the same as me in the Panzer 4J. But I don't cheat. That's the thing. And like, TYT, obviously, I have had encounters with this squadron before, and I have noticed some of their people getting banned for cheating, because I have seen some of the names on the ban list. And they're allowed to still play and get squadron members? What is this bollocks? I don't bloody know. But RipVahnWinkle is today's cheater. This is just fucking disgusting. And as far as I'm aware, this guy has done squadron battles with TYT. And I bet they've won them. So something needs to be done. Very clearly something needs to be done. Banning them Gaijin is not enough. I have said this before. Hairy Feet has said in the comments about 4 times now, it is not enough to keep banning them. We need something like Punk Buster or something along those lines to get them banned permanently. The simple fact is, you should not be able to create accounts if you have suspicious files in. For example, Steam has anti-cheat protection. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called All Star or something like that. I can't bloody remember. But that detects your files, and if you're caught, if you've got suspicious files, you're banned. That is it. You're done, and you ain't coming back on that account. Simple fact. So why has Gaijin not introduced anything like this? And as far as I know, the only anti-cheat software that I'm aware of is, you know, when your screen freezes for like half a second? That's the anti-cheat. It's making sure you don't wall hack. Wall hacking has never really been a thing, only when tanks first started. And even then, it was ironed out pretty quickly, according to Hairy Feet, obviously. He's been in the game longer than me, as far as I'm aware. But this is just disgusting, because Heartwood Cryptstar stood no chance against these two. And Rip knew he was there the entire time. He just told Will what to do. So as far as I'm aware, yes, you can report Will for being an associate, but please, for the love of God, report this guy. We need him gone. Now. He'll come back. I know for a fact he'll come back. But at least we can get rid of an account that he's clearly worked for. And not only that, he's paid a lot of money on it. Obviously, XM1, Object 120, Panzerkampfwagen Churchill. This needs to be sorted out. This guy needs to be banned. There is no way he knew where Hartway was. But all of a sudden, he does. Just like that. Out of the blue. So I'm going to let you guys off. Obviously, if you've got a replays you want to send to me that may be cheap, do send them in. Email address is as normal in the description. To report this guy, you can either... Well, there's actually a couple of ways you can do it. Go to the War Thunder website. I'll leave a link, obviously, to the battle, if I remember. You can also report him in-game, even though that's not as effective, but it's still something. Or you can just do what I do and cover a video on it, if you want to. I mean, you can, but I don't. I've done it, so don't really bother. But the more these guys get reported, the more likely they are to get investigated and or banned, which, well, this guy needs to be. And as I said about TYT, if you see a TYT player, be very fucking suspicious, is all I will say. And if they kill you, check the replay, is all I'm saying. And I'm willing to bet TYT have actually won competition, like, tournaments for this guy, or someone else who was cheating and got banned. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they claim to be a veteran squadron, which, to be fair, they're good players. I'm not going to knock them. They're good players. But they've got cheaters in their ranks. So, as far as I'm aware, they should not be allowed. You have to be very strict when running a squadron. And it's quite clear TYT are not being strict enough. I tell you right now, when we eventually make a squadron, and if I catch anyone cheating, they're gone straight away. I don't care. The second I get a suspicious vibe off him, or her, because it could be her, not being sexist. The second I get a suspicious vibe, I will check a replay and you will be gone. So if anyone thinks they can come into my squadron and cheat, it ain't working on my watch. I will tell you that right now. But anyway, do report this guy. I've blabbered on a bit too much as per usual, but whatever. I just had to vent a little bit, and plus I've only been up about an hour because I knew I had to get this done today. I mean, video will come out at 5 o'clock, and I'm doing this at 10:50. I've only been up about an hour and a half, if that, and it gives me a chance to wake my brain up at least. But this guy's running some sort of wall hack. Well, not wall hack really. It's like a wall tracker or something like that. He's tracking targets, so he shouldn't be able to. Obviously an aimbot and everything, but this is disgusting. Hartwig had the drop on all those T-34s, and as well as the YAG-10, but this guy knew he was there. He knew Hartwig was there. So, anyway, see you all on the next one. Let's get this guy banned. Catch you all later.